In the last 6 months, I've been pitching over 30,000 leads with cold DMs, and this is the first message I've ever sent out. So as you can see here is, hey, I know you're probably super busy with your business. Would it be possible to have a chat sometime soon? And their response like months later is just, hey, no thanks. So as you can see, it's probably not the best message in the world. In fact, it's pretty terrible. But back then, I was just starting out and I had no clue how to do any good outreach at that point. So what did I do? I started experimenting like everyone else, right? I tried different messages, different approaches, different platforms, and I sent a lot of cold DMs. I mean, a lot. And I wasn't kidding when I said a lot. Take a look at all these sheets full of prospects we've been in touch with, okay? So let me show you here. This is Denise's first sheet, right? So it goes into 7,000 something. Here we have Denise's second sheet, because we change it up every 10K. Come on now. Right, so it goes on to 10K again. We have Denise's third sheet, goes on to until what? 1.5K. We have Kathleen, my new VA. She's not new anymore. I don't have her on payroll anymore. But just want to show you here if it wants to show me. Right, so it goes down to almost 10K as well. And we have Kathleen's second sheet right here, which goes down to what? 1.5 something K as well, okay? Just some proof that I've been trying all of this and it's not some kind of bullshit video, some kind of bullshit mentor or whatever. I'm just here sharing my experience and documenting my journey, okay? So most of these messages didn't work. I got ignored, I got rejected, I got blocked. And to be honest, guys, it was tough. And I'll be completely honest, it was probably the worst period of booking sales call because of all the market noise and how much people are used to getting pitched every day. Like it's getting worse and worse by the day. But I didn't give up. I kept going because I knew that cold outreach can be a powerful way to get in front of potential clients or customers when I was building up my organic audience on the sideline. And eventually I started seeing some decent results. We went from weird responses like, where did you learn your sales pitch? I'd love to coach you. Or like, and then I replied like, you don't feel it? And to the prospect being like, no, really bad. So finally cracking the code of outbound appointment setting by leading with value instead of a pitch and getting responses like solid cold outbound, dude. High value, it seems. I'm open to this. You know what, dude? Usually I'd ignore these messages, but I'm impressed. Hey, Karol, many thanks for the kind reach out. True words were said about the reach outs, but I like your approach. If you send it through and explain further, explain further the strategy and the business model you use, that would be great. Always happy to hear advice, but yes, I am bombarded as long as you're not rude, which many sales DMs are turning out to be. So fast forward 4 months later, I rely a lot less on outbound now after building myself some reliable clients and a small loyal audience. Fun fact, I just hit 1K followers on IG today, which is really cool. Now, I have put enough hours into this skill that I feel confident enough to share openly what lessons that over 30,000 cold DMs and multiple 4 figures spent on learning outbound marketing taught me, okay? So I'll try to cover everything I've learned so far, but make sure to pause the video right now, go down and subscribe, support the channel, give them some love, and let me know if they comment if you want a part 2, where I go into more detail about winning scripts, hiring and training your own appointment setting team, how to buy aged accounts, all sorts of stuff, okay? If you're interested in any of that, let me know in the comment section. And yeah, I'll get that in the pipeline. Now, please keep in mind that my ways are still not perfect in any form and may not perform for you or your offer, which is why I will try to go over the overall framework I used instead of the step-by-step process. So I'll probably split this video into 3 parts. Part 1 being all about appointment setting fundamentals and how to think while setting appointments. Part 2 being all the back-end stuff, starting from the first touch point with a prospect until the last minute before your first call with them, even the structure after the sales call. Now, And then the last part will be about my experiences and why I'm closing my outbound campaigns down in a month or two. So let's start by diving into what cold outbound really is, other than you contacting a stranger, okay? Just to get you in the right mindset. So you're essentially entering their social channels they use to engage with their audience to squeeze in your pitch. So of course it's not gonna work like that. There's literally too much market noise right now. Even if you offer them, like, trust me, I've been getting so many DMs lately. And even if you offer them something crazy like 10 to 20 leads in 30 days or they don't pay, you wouldn't even care because of all the different offers out there and promises, right? So I learned this thing that when you're doing outreach, you need to make sure that the prospect is in the right state of mind and in the right level of the brain so they can accept the information that you're about to communicate, okay? So going in a bit more technical, there's really 3 levels of the brain that you need to be aware of. Level 1 is the reptilian brain, which is instinctual and has one sole purpose, that is to keep you away from danger. This is the first part we developed as humans and is the first reaction you will have when, say, someone suddenly grabs you by the arm when you're out in public, okay? You'll automatically get that response that you want to escape. Then number 2, the level of the brain that activates is the limbic brain, which has the emotions and feeling and is the driver of many behaviors. So right after someone grabs your arm, you would start to develop a feeling once you notice who it was, whether that's aggressive, loving, or surprised, okay? So your initial response would be, oh, I need to escape, but then you take a look, oh, it's my girlfriend, or it's someone who's trying to rob me, or whatever, right? Then your feelings would kick in. Number 3, which is also the newest part we've developed as humans, is called the neocortex and is the part of our brain where rational thinking and logic happens. And this is the only part of the brain that allows us to take in information after we've established that we're no longer in danger and that we feel good, okay? And we want to have our prospects to be in the neocortex to converse with you. If they're stuck in the reptilian or the limbic brain, you won't be able to get through them because they will still be like this, right? So the way you do that is not by pitching them right away or doing any crazy long message introducing yourself. Create some context, be straight up, why reaching out, so they know that you aren't a spammer. Then simply bring out inefficiencies by asking simple questions without sounding too salesy. And lastly, give them a lot of value so they can actually benefit from. So if you figure out their pain points and it's something that you can solve for, then don't under-deliver on the value. Give, and don't expect to get. And when they show their appreciation, then you can let them know that you can give them a 15-minute walkthrough of your unique mechanism so they can either implement it for themselves or have you guys do it for them, okay? And just to clarify, in my case, I'm not the one doing the appointment setting, but my team of outbound setters, as you just saw before. And I've literally created a whole outbound setting curriculum for them to consume when getting trained on the process. I can just pull that up. Just give me a second here. All right, so it kind of looks like this, right? I've made like a whole introduction to them, video, onboarding checklist, modules, expectations, standards, daily KPIs, shadowing sessions, like prospecting workflows, questions, a little bit about mindset, why people need our service, the daily workflow for success, assets to share with prospects, daily reporting workflow, profile funnel setup, and also a lot of stuff on appointment setting. So if you're a founder watching this video and is already doing outbound or consider doing it, please remove yourself from it as soon as possible because it's not worth your time. This can easily be delegated to a $3 an hour virtual assistant who would be happily to take over these tasks. Or a commission-based setter in my case, just make sure you train them properly, okay? You need to spend your time on high leverage activities, not spending 4 hours a day in your DMs chatting with strangers. So focus on creating content like this instead and build up your personal brand and community around it so you don't have to rely on cold DMs or paid acquisition in the long run to generate appointments. So moving on, I'd like to cover some of the backend systems you need to have in place to make this work. First up is having manual follow-ups when they stop responding. Guys, the money is in the follow-ups. I don't even expect people to answer me before, I don't know, second or third follow-up at this point, because that's just what I realized. People are getting pitched every day. You gotta keep poking them, keep staying on top of mind, and be genuine, right? So make sure that you get bumped up in their inbox and hope that they will see your message. Also, make sure to have your calendar set up with intake questions and like an intake form to qualify and prepare. So, you could ask them for revenue numbers, for social media handles, website stuff, whatever. It could be a lot of stuff, how big their team is, whatever you need for your sales calls to be prepared, okay? And then I want you to implement a call booking sequence. So 1 hour after the call is booked, send them an SMS and an email with some kind of free training where they actually get a lot of value. Then in 48 hours before the call, send them a reconfirmation email. So on Calendly, there's like, you can just click like, I approve and I will attend the meeting just to make sure that I actually come and it's not kind of no-show, okay? Then 24 hours before the call, send the pre-call video again, plus SMSs about this, okay? Then have your 3-hour reminder email going on as well. So, hey, just a reminder here, in 3 hours we have our call, please stay prepared, please be a place that is quiet, etc., etc. And then 15 minutes before, have an email going out and SMS reminding them of the call. This way you can make sure that your show up rate will become lower and actually also increase your closing rate because you are actually providing them with a lot of value here. Now, even though I build a working cold DM campaign that books in 4 to 6 calls a week with the system and training that I just shared, I'm not planning to use it for more than 1 to 2 months more, as we've built up a super cool referral system and the brand is attracting more inbounds even with our small following, okay? A lot of leads and clients ask me why I don't do what I preach, which honestly has been because I've been spending my time as a founder on creating, training my growth team and on the service delivery side of things instead of building banger content and growing my own community. But I finally made the change 6 weeks ago and started to post frequently and start making a lot of content. And I'm super stoked to have you all follow the journey of this brand being built up from complete scratch, okay? So the main takeaways from this video is going to be, 1, to make sure that the prospect is in the right state of their mind, the right level of the brain to accept information that you're trying to communicate. 2, that you have the backend set up with automations, follow-ups, and reminders, right? And 3, that you shouldn't rely on outbound as your main driver for acquisition, but as a supplement for getting calls booked while you're building up your brand, while you're building up cash flow to run ads. So never rely on it, but use it in tough times, basically. And yeah, that's kind of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for investing your time in this video. I really hope you found some of it valuable. Make sure to support the channel if you like this video by subscribing on the red button down below. Engage with the video and let me know in the comments if you want me to make a part 2 going over the script frameworks and how you can train your own growth team. And if you're a coach or consultant watching this, looking to explode your personal brand, then make sure to follow me on IG and stay tuned as I'm always providing free game on there, okay? Until then, take care and have a beautiful day. Thank you so much for watching this video.